Similar to past days, we're going to be graphing inequalities on the coordinate grid, but now we're going to be looking at a system of inequalities, meaning two equations at the same time, and we need both to be true. Typically that means the point of intersection, but because they're inequalities with shading, we're going to have multiple points that would work for both equations. So we're going to start by graphing our first inequality and testing a point to shade. So we're going to go to y-intercept of 5, and then follow a slope of -1. Because our inequality has the equal to line, it says y is less than or equal to, we're going to do a solid line across the graph. Now we can pick any coordinate as our test point. I like to pick 0, 0 because it's easy numbers to plug in. So if we go to our inequality and plug in a 0, 0, 0 for x and 0 for y, is 0 less than or equal to -0 plus 5. -0 is still 0 if we add 5. Is 0 less than or equal to 5? Yes, that's true. So we are able to shade this lower side of the 0, 0 side of the graph. Any point in the shaded red region is a coordinate that will work in the inequality for the first one, the red one. Now we'll try our second inequality on the same graph paper. We need to graph a y-intercept of -1 and a slope of 2/3, up to over 3, up to over 3, up to over 3. This inequality is strictly y is greater than, so we are not going to do a solid line, but we're going to do a dashed line across the graph. And now we're going to use this blue line to help us judge. Should we shade above the blue line or below the blue line? You'll notice that the coordinate 0, 0 is a little bit above the inequality, or above the line. So if we check 0, 0, is 0 greater than 2/3 times 0 minus 1? 2/3 times 0 is 0, then minus 1, it's -1. Is 0 greater than -1? Yes, that's true. So 0, 0 again worked in this blue inequality. So we'll shade this upper half where 0, 0 is. If you were to get one when you test the point, but this does not work, then you know that that's the wrong side of the line and you would have to shade the opposite side. Or you could pick a new test coordinate to try. Our overall solution in this picture, all the coordinates that are in this overlapping section are solutions. So anything in here, any coordinate that's in this whole region of the graph would be a coordinate that works in both inequalities, the red and the blue. So to show our final answer, we just make sure that on our test or on our paper we can see that overlap. That overlap is either two colors or an extra dark coloring.